Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. It's Luke here, and another game, another tough game. To be honest with you, the hardest game that you could have in the Premier League this season. A Man City team that have just gone top of the league and know that if they win all their games now, they will be champions. And a massive chance of winning the treble as well. Obviously reached the FA Cup final the weekend before. They've got a tough game against Real Madrid in the semi-finals, but they are well on, in all competitions to go on and repeat Man United's historic treble, which I'm sure Pep Guardiola would want. We know the Champions League is the one that all City fans want now. They've been spoiled with the league and stuff like that. Kicks off on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. The reverse fixture was the first game of the season where Haaland, announced himself. 2 goals against us in that game. Listen, he's in ridiculous form. 50 goals in 44 games, 34 Premier League goals. His next Premier League goal will break the record for a season. Obviously, he broke the 38 game record, but he's equalled, I think, is it the 40 game record or 42 game record? He equalled that. So his next goal, which will probably be against us, will break that record, which is, listen, the guy's an absolute phenomenon. He's a monster. You've got him, and you've got arguably the best passer of his generation in Kevin De Bruyne behind him. It was always going to be, a match made in heaven for me. Their strengths, guys, we know them, don't we? Finishing, defending set pieces, attacking the wings, through balls, creating chances through skill. Coming from behind, they're never beaten. Attacking set pieces, shooting from set pieces as well. Weaknesses was only listed as defending counter-attacks. They can sometimes get caught out. Style of play, we know it. Possession football, camp themselves in our half. Will tire you out, will get you moving around. Short passes, and they attack down the middle. With Haaland there as a focal point now. Obviously, them short passes can tire you out, and then it's just that little quick one in, and the man is ruthless. He is absolutely ruthless. Recently, they've been playing a slightly different formation. Yesterday against Fulham, they played a 3-2-4-1 formation with Ederson in goal, Walker, Diaz, Akanji, Stones and Rodri playing that 2 holding, where Stones has become, really, really good in that role. Yesterday, Mahrez played Alvarez and Gundogan in midfield, with Grealish on the left, another man who's really, really, really pushed on. Like, he's joy to watch, absolute joy to watch. I'll admit, Man City are a guilty pleasure of mine. I've always had a liking for them. I think it was because of the Carlos Tevez thing. He always used to come back, do the cross-standers and stuff like that, and I've always had a soft spot for them. I've never hated Man City. I've hated Tottenham, I've hated United, I've hated Chelsea, and I absolutely hate Arsenal. So I've always had a sort of soft spot for them. They did bring on at the weekend Foden, Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Will KDB start this game? Will Silva start this game? Will Foden start this game? Whoever starts, it's a who's who of talent of the Premier League and world football. Like I say, if Grealish don't start, it'll be Foden. If Mahrez don't start, it'll be Silva. If Alvarez doesn't start, it'll be KDB. Their strength in depth is absolutely ridiculous. Like I say, they did win 2-1 against Fulham. Nearly did slip up. Fantastic goal from Alvarez. Absolute worldie of a goal. It really reminds me of Sergio Aguero. He does. Similar build, similar finishing style. Top player. And obviously the game before that, the Arsenal game, 4-1 win. Which has put them in this position now with a few games to go on and win that title, which they want to do. I want them to do it. Sadly, it means they will have to beat us. Ideally, we could do with a dream point in this game. Do I think we'll get a point? Not at all. I don't think we can get anything out of this. I also don't think there's any point. I say that actually no. I was going to say there's no point going there and trying to defend and maybe get a counter. But part of me is thinking we're probably going to lose this game anyway, and it could come down to goal difference, and maybe keeping that goal difference down might play into our favour. It could be that us and Everton both finish on 35 points, and then like I say, we will just beat them out of that spot because of the goal difference. So it's sort of games like this where, yeah, maybe you have got to try and keep the goal difference down. Not heard much on Zuma, but it didn't look good, did it, on in the game? So I'm not expecting him to play. I think a lot of West Ham fans and the channels are all calling for, you know, just have a rotation of the squad. You know, because Man United is probably, as ridiculous as it sounds, is a game they've got to look at being able to get a point from, or some, you know, at least. So maybe, you know, you bring Downs in, you bring in, you know, you start Emerson. Maybe you go Kerr and a Gerd at the back. I think he's going to have to, unless he brings in Oggy. Soufal right back. It'd be nice to rest Antonio and maybe start Ings. Like I say, because I don't think we're going to win this game. No doubt he will start Benny. He has to play Bowen because he's got no one else to play on that right-hand side, which again is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't want to see too many players that we're going to need for more important and more winnable games in the next couple of weeks. The Brentford game is a massive game. Man United's a massive game, and if we haven't got anything out of Man United, Brentford, then you are looking at them last two games. They could be absolute pressure cookers. Them, that Leicester and Leeds game. So yeah, it's about keeping players, you know, fit basically, and keeping them, you know, active, and, you know, having stamina to be able to get through these games. Like I say, I've not even mentioned the AK Alkmaar games that we've got coming up as well. So yeah, this one is, like I say, it's the classic. It's a free hit, but you could have three free hits against them and score 3 goals and you still probably wouldn't win. You've got to get anything from Manchester City. You've got to more or less have everything go right for you. They've got to have an off day, a really bad off day, and yeah, just everything goes your way. I can't see it. I think it's going to be actually quite a massacre. I think this could be like a 3-4. Like I say, if Haaland goes and breaks the Premier League record on Friday in the game, you'd expect him to go on and, you know, probably go and get an hat-trick against us, which again would also break a record for most hat-tricks in a season as well, I believe. Yeah, not confident about this one. I'll watch the game, you know, I'll enjoy it as much as you can if West Ham were to get hiding. It's always a hard watch, the West Ham Man City game, because they do just control the ball. You know, if 22% possession or whatever it was bad enough against Palace, you could see a record percentage of possession against us on Wednesday night. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. What's your prediction for the game? And what do you want to see with the lineups as well? Let me know that as well. Come on, you irons, keep believing. It's going to be a tough one on Wednesday. Let's go.